Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to make a grilled cheese for your kids' lunches. I'm using Vitalite plant-based cheeses. I love using this stuff because my kids are sensitive to dairy, and Vitalite is also sponsoring this video, so thank you, Vitalite. So check this out. The first one, cheddar broccoli. So we're gonna sneak some veggies into our kids' lunches, which I know we always are trying to do. The second is cheddar apple. So we're gonna sneak some little healthy apple in there as well. And then the third one is a mozzarella pizza stick. Super yummy. 3 ways, check this out. Here's our cheddar broccoli grilled cheese. Little trick, if you wanna sneak broccoli into your kids' food, save the florets for yourself. My son is in this phase right now where if he sees anything with like a lot of like bright green, bright red, or anything like that, he won't eat it. He wants everything to be more kind of like monotone. So this I can't use, but we're gonna use the broccoli stalk, which is so nutritious. You guys, do not throw this out. A lot of people just cut the top off and throw this out, but this is a great way to sneak nutrients into your kids, and the color of it is a lot easier to blend in. So check this out. So cut off like the really kind of thick part of the stalk. Be careful of your fingies and get enough of the hard part off so that now we can just use a peeler. And you just want to get all this hard kind of like bark off of it. I'm sure there's a better word for that, but we're going to go with bark right now because it really is like pretty thick. You got to just get that off. And underneath is this beautiful, delicate vegetable. I love cooking with broccoli stalks. When I was a kid, my mother would cook with broccoli stalks, and she would just, it's got a really delicate flavor. It's beautiful, and it takes on whatever flavor you're cooking with. And because it's so much lighter, you can sneak it into food for your kids. And then if you mince it up really small, it'll just cook in with the cheese. You can also cook it ahead of time if you want. But the more you chop it, it almost looks like a Granny Smith apple. It's like not super green, it's not super bright. So we're just gonna cut this up super small. And because the flavor of the stalk is so mild, it'll just blend right in with the cheese. That's the hope anyway. That's what I've been able to pull off. So. You can either put this in raw, right in with the cheese, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a quick little saute with some garlic, salt, and butter to make it even more, any kind of taste, just blend even more into the cheese. So this is ready to go. So here we're just getting a quick little saute on the broccoli stems. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic salt in. Also, you guys, this is something you can do the day before. When you're making dinner, if you're using broccoli, cut off the stems and get this step done the night before. Just prep this the night before. And then when you're making your kids' lunches for school, just toss it right into the grilled cheese. So that's a way that you can prep this ahead, and this step you won't even have to do in the mornings. And it'll stay good in your fridge for a couple of days if you don't use it right away. So that's it. It's cut so small that it cooks super quickly, so this is perfect. So now we're gonna build our grilled cheese. So I have my Vitalite cheddar slices. One of the things I do really love about the packaging is that when you pull it up from the corner and take your slices out, you can then just reseal it and then just put it right back in your fridge. So that's nice. I like that they've thought about that step, and it makes it easy for us when we're trying to get a quick meal in a lunchbox or on the table. So those little attention to details go a long way. So 2 slices on either side. Now we're gonna put in our broccoli in the middle. So when the cheese melts, the broccoli is just gonna go right into the cheese, and it's all gonna become one beautiful layer of cheesy, melty, nutritious yumminess. So on the outside, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush it with a little bit of mayonnaise to help get that golden brown. It like caramelizes and gets beautiful golden brown. And mayonnaise is a really fun little trick for that. Also, you guys can use vegan mayonnaise as well. It does the same thing. So I'm using a brush just because I have this and I like using this brush for stuff like this. You don't have to at all. You can just kind of smear it on. but I do like this little tool for stuff like this. Let's put it in a pan with a little bit of oil. And you guys want to cook it on low because grilled cheese actually can like burn pretty quickly. So you really want to give it that time to get that beautiful, oozy, melty goodness. So one of the things about grilled cheese, it seems really easy, which it totally is, but there are some things you really have to be aware of that people don't really think about. Like my husband's making grilled cheese, it becomes like a smoky disaster. Anyways, no, but it's like you want to use a pan that's not like super huge. That's like not, you know, because around the outside it can smoke and become like kind of a mess. So don't put it in a huge pan, okay? The other thing too is you want it low and you want to cover it because when it's covered, all the heat is trapped in there and the cheese will start to melt before the outside burns. So grilled cheese is actually like, it seems easy, which it is, but it is also a little temperamental, you guys. And it can become a big smoky mess if you don't pay attention to it. So we're gonna let all the heat trap in there and start melting that cheesy yumminess. And now we wait. Okay guys, low and slow with plant-based cheeses is your friend. So this is starting to get yummy, goldeny. So now, I don't mayonnaise both sides in the beginning because it's easier to handle if you just do the one side. And if you need to peek at it and stuff, it's just easier. So now that I'm about to flip, I'm gonna do the mayonnaise on the other side so we can get that golden brown. Check out the mayonnaise magic. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at that golden brown. Oh my gosh, the crunch. That looks beautiful. Okay, low and slow, cover it up. Okay, great. Our grilled cheese is ready. Ooh, looks so beautiful. Yay. Oh my gosh, you guys should hear this crunch. It's beautiful. Ooh, it's already oozing out. So one of the things is when you take it out, you can let it sit, but I'm very excited to show it to you. So I'll just cut right into it. Ready for this? Ooh, yummy. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at how beautiful that is. Melted, the broccoli's in there. Oh, that looks delicious. And the crust is so, you can feel the crunch in your hands. It's beautiful. So then for school lunch, what I would do is take this out, let it sit at room temperature a little bit so the cheese, you know, so it doesn't ooze out quite this much, but I'm excited that I got to show that to you guys. And then that'll be perfect in your kids' lunches. You can cut it up in little triangles or whatever. Yum. Here's our next version of the grilled cheese. We have cheddar apple, little bit of arugula, and honey mustard, which my kids love, and I hope your kids will as well. So let's do it. First things first, let's get our apple slices going. So for this particular sandwich, I like to peel the apple. I just find that the texture is easier to bite into and it just blends a little bit better in the sandwich. So peel your apple. Any apple you guys or your kids like or whoever you're cooking for. Slice these as thin as you can because again, we want it to really blend into our beautiful sandwich. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to line one side with honey mustard. I find that a little bit of honey mustard goes a long way. So we're just gonna do one side. Especially, you know, it does have a little bit of that mustard bite to it. So if your kids are a little sensitive to that, one side is probably better. My son loves honey mustard. So we're gonna add our apple slices to the honey mustard. And what's great about the honey mustard is it kind of like holds them in place so they won't fall out. And now we're gonna put a piece of our plant-based Vitalite cheddar cheese on top. I'm gonna pull out a slice for the other side. So now I'm gonna add the arugula to this side. I love arugula. My kids really do love arugula. So it's just a nice different flavor to add. It adds a little bit of bite, Little pop of freshness. And if your kids are sensitive to it, just swap it out with another green that you like that might be a little more mild. I like the bite with the cheddar and the apple. It's really nice. So we have our arugula on there for my Australian friends out there. I know you guys call it rocket. Please correct me if that's wrong. Comment below, let me know. Okay, cool. Here we go. Same mayonnaise trick, because you guys saw how awesome that was. We're gonna do it again. For my veggie friends out there, vegan mayonnaise. And then we're just gonna cook this the same way. So, you know, whenever I'm working with cheeses, especially if I'm using like artisan cheeses, like a thicker kind of cheese, some plant-based cheeses, one of the things that I like to do is bring it out to room temperature, because you gotta cook them a little bit differently. Bring it to room temperature, that's a fun trick. And then cooking it on low and slow. Okay, great. Let's pop this into a pan and get low and slow. Flippage. Woohoo! Yum. Quick little trick of the trade that I was taught. If you want to add a little bit of moisture in there to help the cheese melt even more, a little bit of water in there, kind of get some steam going, and then cover it up. A little bit of moisture helps melt the cheese, if you guys want. A little trick. Whoa. You guys. Again, so with the cheesy, melty yumminess, if you don't want that, if you're gonna put it into a lunchbox, you're gonna bring it in a to-go container, let it sit at room temperature for a second so it chills out. But I wanna show you the melty yumminess. Woo! Oh my gosh, you guys, this is probably one of my favorite combos. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, so yummy. Let's make some pizza sticks next. So we have our Vitalite plant-based mozzarella slices. So we're basically just gonna build a little mini pizza, and we're going to dip it into some marinara sauce. Because if you put the marinara sauce straight on there, it can get a little soggy. So we're gonna do some really great pizza flavors, and then we can do a little dippage, which I love. So mozzarella slice on each side. We're gonna add some pepperoni. You can add other vegetables if you want, like, you know, stuff that might be good for pizza topping. And then we're gonna sprinkle in some garlic salt and some dried oregano, again, to get those really great pizza flavors. A little bit of garlic salt. And on the outside, let's do our same thing where we brush it with the mayonnaise because it looks so beautiful. Who doesn't love pizza flavors? So another thing you can do just to add a little extra pizza flavor too, sprinkle some garlic salt onto the mayonnaise. Garlicky bread pizza melty gooey yumminess. Let's do it. Okay, great. So pizza sticks. Let's cut them up. So depending on who you're making these for, you can either just cut it like a sandwich. If you're making it for kiddos, I always like making it a little more fun for them to pick up. So pizza stick. Oh, who doesn't love pepperoni? I mean, maybe my friends out there that are my veggie friends. Sorry. I love pepperoni. I'm a flexitarian, so. Look at how beautiful with the melty cheese. And for my veggie friends, just don't add the pepperoni. But delicious. Look at this. So you could serve it like this. Pick it up and do a little dippage. That's great. The other thing too is, I wanted to show you what it looks like when I pack it for my kiddos' lunch. So in their little lunchbox, I can usually fit 2 of these, so I usually end up eating the other piece. But look at how cute. Little lunchbox, pizza bites, peppers, grapes, beautiful little healthy lunch. You guys, for more recipes like this and for more info about Vitalite plant-based cheeses, go to Vitalite.com. Thank you so much, Vitalite, for sponsoring this video. This was so much fun. And you guys, the cheeses are rolling out in grocery stores across the country, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much. And this was fun. I love showing things 3 ways. You really get to see the versatility. It's super fun. My kids are gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. And yay. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you know when I put up another video and turn on notifications, and I will see you guys soon.